Rise and shine! In many places, the morning question of what's for breakfast involves a lot of preparation. But here in the Little Red Dot, that's never a problem for us. The true Singaporean wake-up call is a trip down to the nearest hawker center. Oh, before we truly choose for our brekkie, we went to this mama or mamak shop, a Malaysian or Singaporean Indian you know what I mean. Okay, let me tell you. There's a lot of Indian descent in Malaysia and Singapore. And Singapore didn't exist 60 years ago. If you want me to elaborate on this further, comment down below. Where were we again? Ah yes, the Mamak shop refers to either Indian-inspired food stall or a small convenience store. This one is the classic convenience store where you can buy everyday essentials like snacks, beverages, basic groceries, toiletries, and other miscellaneous. So the heat here in the Lion City is no joke, especially in the summer. It's not just hot, it's that humid hot where the air just feels so thick and it makes your whole body sticky. My Lola, she's not letting this weather get to her. She's gone straight to get some fresh leaves to put in her drink. Just a simple, natural way to feel cool and refreshed. Okay, now we were heading to the most important part of this. Why are we here in the first place? The place is buzzing with what I can only describe as a human flood of hungry people. It's a different kind of flood than what we're used to back in the Philippines. I'm getting off track again. My Lola knew exactly what to do. She headed straight for the queue at our favorite hawker. Meanwhile, Mama had her own mission, securing our drinks. And yes, despite the sweltering weather, she still bought piping hot drinks, hot coffee and hot Milo. I will never understand it. So with our drinks at the table, and Lola still holding her spot in the queue, Mama decided that this was the perfect time to give you a quick tour of the place. Wow! Welcome to Chong Boon Market and Food Center, right in the heart of Ang Mo Kio. This is the perfect spot to experience real everyday Singaporean life. If you're a visitor looking to dive into the local lifestyle, this is a fantastic place to start. And if you're eager to explore more, I'll pop a list of other amazing local spots on the screen for you to check out. So what can you see and expect here? Let me break it down for you. First off, the wet market. That's where you'll see the vibrant piles of local vegetables. Singapore imports over 90% of its food, including vegetables. It's a global effort to keep this country's plates full and hawker centers thriving. The vast majority of leafy greens, beans, eggplants, and more come from closest neighbors, especially Malaysia. Because it's so close, constant fresh supply trucked in daily. You'll also find a lot of produce from countries like Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam, China, and of course the Philippines. But Singapore has a strong push for local farming using high-tech solutions. So local produce like lettuce or bok choy that was grown right here on the island is already available. Freshest seafood and butchers are preparing cuts of meat. It's noisy. Of course, this is the market. What do you expect? You don't expect Queen Victoria to be like a doctor's office, do you? It's crowded and it's absolutely authentic. The difference here is that one has good food and other has good coffee. I'm joking. No, don't cancel me. This is where the aunties and uncles from the HDB blocks nearby do their daily marketing. Perfect timing. As Mama returned from her tour, Lola has just reached the front of the queue and is placing our food order. The main event, our meal, is about to begin. For today's breakfast, Laksa! I went with a small bowl today because the servings here are definitely for hungry adults. It was always better to have a portion I can actually finish than to waste such amazing food. And now, it's brekkie time! Meanwhile, I know this woman, Mama, is truly enjoying her piping hot coffee even in this humid weather. Her liking is just unbreakable.
Sarap.
Now for the taste test. Finally, I can experience this iconic dish for myself, not just through the stories Mama told me about.
This is
Laksa! And then tapos i-cut out mo na lang yung this is. This is
Sparta!
This is a legendary noodle in a bowl. It's a rich and aromatic coconut milk-based soup that balances fiery spice with a luxurious creaminess. That combination alone is absolutely genius. The creamy coconut broth is the perfect partner to dilute the heat, making each spicy, flavorful spoonful completely addictive and satisfying. Dive deeper into the bowl and you're gonna find a shrimp or two.
And if you dig deep enough, you might find a shrimp or two.
You'll find that it's packed with texture and taste. Springy rice noodles form the base, while every scoop brings a burst of flavor from fresh herbs, which I could taste from the laksa leaves, aka Vietnamese mint. firm slices of fish cake, and sweet plump prawns. Spicy sweet shrimp paste sambal, of course. This condiment is a game changer, adding a deep, funky, and savory sweetness that elevates the entire dish. It's a complex, comforting, and a truly Singaporean food heritage experience. Despite the itch and the warmth spreading across her skin, she refused to surrender to the food allergy beginning to manifest. This particular dish she was willing to fight on for. The temporary discomfort was a small price to pay for the experience. She would not back down, especially not with this specific dish and her love for the umami flavor bomb. So, we all just had to start digging into this amazing laksa, right? But then I saw my Lola. She took one quick scan to me and Mama eating, and her grandma instincts just kicked into overdrive.
Ito talaga yung the best dito, tita eh. Maanghang yung pagkain mo, mainit, tapos mainit na kape. Sa tropical weather, na summer. Woo! Yay!
In her mind, the food she had bought was definitely 100% not going to be enough for the two of us. She was already up and out of her seat. That's just how she showed love. It was all about making sure you had more than enough to eat. And sure enough, a few minutes later, she came back to the table holding this new plate of food. She had gone and gotten another Singaporean classic, and this time it was dry noodles. The Singaporean-style Wanton Mee noodles. It was a total contrast to the soupy laksa. It was a whole different vibe. The first thing that hit us was the aroma. A savory, slightly sweet scent from the dark soy and seasonings coating the noodles.
Okay. Sarap. Tapos nagmamantika, puti. Pati ikaw, mukha mo, nagmamantika na din. Diba? Mantika.
Saan ka nakakita ka mo?
O yan.
Legs ng chicken.
O, di ba?
Chinese version.
Kita may ano yung laksa?
What's
Maybe.
that?
Good
Hindi.
food worth getting allergy from.
O, narinig mo yan?
Correct.
Sige, antayin na lang yan mamaya. Meron akong dala.
Wonton. Crispy wonton.
The noodles themselves were the star, were the main character. They were springy and had the perfect chewy texture, not too soft or mushy. What really tied it all together was the sauce. It was this amazing balance, not too heavy, with the subtle sweetness that played off the savory notes perfectly. Mama mixed everything together with a dab of the spicy sambal chili paste they provided, which took it to another level, adding a fantastic kick that cut through the richness. And large portions of tender boneless fried chicken that added a lovely texture with every crunch. And let's not forget the steamed baby bok choy, which added a touch of green freshness to the meal.
Maanghang lang talaga.
Okay, I've already told you about the first part of Chong Boon Market. Now let's talk about its hawker center. This place is the vibrant, beating heart of the community, with a lively chatter of people from all walks of life. Imagine a sprawling open-air food hall. Most hawker centers are designed with an open-air concept, filled with the aromas of a dozen different cuisines competing for your attention. Each stall is a specialized family-run operation, often perfecting a single iconic dish over generations, creating an affordable and delicious food where you can feast like a king without spending a fortune. Our simple brunch had turned us into huge rubbish bags because of the plentiful food we ate. And oh, before we left to go back home, Mama requested for a soybean drink with grass jelly. She requested for the drink to be tabao. Tabao? 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 She requested for the drink to be tabao, meaning packet to go. She prefers it in a plastic bag.
Sisi, can I have this one? Sisi. Asan si tita? Tita, asan ka na? Ayun.
I'm so lucky to have a Lola like her because her greatest happiness was seeing us full and happy. And you know what? We definitely didn't complain. How can you even complain in something already cooked and served in front of you? The best things in life are free. Lola, thank you for not getting tired of feeding us. A few moves later, we got home and this woman will never get tired of eating and yapping.